Drama continues to play out here at Martinsville. Robin Pemberton has been watching Rusty Wallace, and Ray Evernham has been wringing his hands watching Jeff Gordon. Right now, as we're just about set to go back to activity, the crew members completing their work. It is Rusty Wallace who has the lead of this race. Second is Jeff Burton, then Jeff Gordon, followed by Kyle Petty and Mark Martin. From Derek Copes on board, this is why we're under caution.
Going in turn 3, the Jimmy Dean sausage on board. Oh, little contact there, and he goes through. It's hard to say how much damage there was on the right side of Derek Copes' car as he drove by. We see Derek back and forth.
This will be a program that you'll want to watch, folks. Monday at 6 o'clock Eastern Time on ESPN, a special presentation of Up Close. Roy Firestone sits down with Wayne Gretzky, one of, if not the greatest hockey player ever, who's playing his last game today. They'll talk about the glory years in Edmonton, carrying his sport on his shoulders, and where the sport will go without his presence. 6 o'clock Monday night on ESPN, a special presentation of Up Close.
Bill Elliott getting ready for a restart. Kenny Irwin.
There's Tony Stewart as he's lined up right behind John Andretti. Andretti 15th and Tony Stewart 16th.
We keep seeing that brake rotor on Kenny Irwin's car. You see it's not red. It's just nice. It's cooled off. In about 2 laps, it'll be cherry red.
Was that a hot dog wrapper?
Yeah.
Flag comes out. We go back to competition.
I should have thrown that wrapper out a little bit ago, should I?
That's for sure. Watch your hot dog wrap your chicken bones.
Rusty Wallace, Jeff Burton, both able to dispose of Steve Park. Benzol car, a lap car. Steve is 20th spot, 1 lap down.
Rusty added a short track win at Bristol last weekend, but failed to win a short track race for the first time in 7 years last year. Now Jeff Gordon also moving to the inside of Steve Park.
Meanwhile, Kyle Petty's in jeopardy of losing the 4th position. Jeff Burton's pretty racy right now, Ned.
Yes, he is. He's coming up there to challenge Rusty.
Jeff has led the most laps in 3 races so far in 1999, but he has only led 31 here this afternoon. Rusty has led 48, coming up on 49, and so far Jeff Gordon has led the most, 144.
Man, look here, trying to get alongside Rusty Wallace. Can't do it.
A lot of Virginia fans, of course, cheering for Jeff Burton here this afternoon.
And he is right on the back bumper.
Say Jeff Burton had led a lap today?
Yeah, he's led 31.
Oh, you know what, Jeff Burton is really strange. We saw the flame coming out the exhaust pipe on the right side of his car. You'd think that he and Mark Martin's car would be exactly the same. The exhaust pipe comes out the left side of Mark's car. And I don't understand what the difference is. If there is a difference.
But it is interesting since they come out of the same shop.
Exactly. One will be on the right side, one on the left side.
Coming up on the halfway mark, this completes lap 249. Next time around, lost flags will indicate halfway, 250 laps, and 10 grand for the leader.
That's why Jeff Burton's working so hard. Hey.
Oh, ran over the curb, trying to get on the inside of Rusty Wallace.
He lost ground rather than gained it, though.
Yeah, he's not going to get the 10 grand. Rusty's going to get it. If he's eligible, I assume he is.
There's the halfway point. Here's our Bud race recap. Rusty Wallace out ahead in 52 of the first 249 laps. We've had 13 lead changes, 6 cautions for 37 laps, and the average speed a little over 74.5 miles an hour. Here are the drivers who have led at least 1 lap. Kyle Petty led 4 there by taking 2 tires, and then also under caution early in the race, Ricky Craven led 1 lap. And as far as cars out of the race or even off the track, 0. Everybody's still running.
You see Kyle Petty lost another position. I don't think that two-tire change is working today. We saw it earlier. Didn't work for a couple of drivers, even though Kyle had run about 20 laps less on his left side than Jeffrey Bodine and Dale Jarrett had earlier. But still, looks like it's got a good track position, but costing him speed on the racetrack. Did get to 5 bonus points.
Yep.
Led some laps.
He raced that long streak of not leading a race dating back to 1997. Well, Brett Bodine and Bobby Hamilton are still racing together out there for the 12th position. Whoa, we got Ward Burton spinning.
He's got to sit there while the entire field goes by.
No caution yet.
Here comes the leaders. Oh!
Now caution is out.
You know, that Ward Burton was really, I thought he was going to turn right down in front of the leaders, but instead he spun the car around to the outside wall, away from trouble. Attaboy Ward.
He was running back at about the 23rd position, a lap down, but now he's going to lose more ground.
Yeah, he'll be two laps down now. See if we can see what happened. He was right at the top of the screen on the outside of someone. And here we see the whole field go by.
Looks like it was Jeffrey Bodine he was running beside.
Yep. They make contact, and around Ward goes. Robert Presley does a good job of turning left and getting by.
I believe if Ward Burton had been there, Jeffrey Bodine would probably have spun out.
Another caution out here at Martinsville Speedway as Rusty Wallace, Jeff Burton, and Jeff Gordon continue to hold down the first 3 positions. Back in a moment. Over on the hill behind the backstretch is a salute to ESPN. What's that say there on the bottom? I can't read that.
It says, hey, BP.
Oh, is that what that says? Oh, okay.
How'd you like to sleep in that tent last night, huh? Man.
Been a little chilly, I think.
Yes, it would have.
Part of the 80,000 plus fans that have gathered here at Martinsville today, taking a break to go back to the concession stand here during this caution. Better get up to your seats, folks, because we're going green here before too much longer. 259 laps are in the books.
One of the 3 cars on the lead lap that made a pit stop here, Bob. They were Terry Labonte, Chad Little, and Dale Jarrett. Now, it's been about 26 or 27 laps since they made the last pit stop. John Kernan?
Dale Jarrett came in, took on 4 tires. They made a track bar adjustment. The car just a little bit too tight, so they made a track bar adjustment to loosen it up a little bit.
So those guys at the back of the lead lap. It's a 10th season on ESPN. It's Sunday Night Baseball. It travels to Anaheim, California, where the Seattle Mariners will take on the Anaheim Angels. Ken Griffey Jr. hit his 3rd home run of the season to lead Seattle to victory last night, while Anaheim looks to revenge. Sunday Night Baseball, 8 o'clock tonight, only on ESPN. For more, log on to ESPN.com, part of the Go Network, go.com. Here we go.
Green flag, green flag.
Sterling Marlin's worked his way up to the 6th position. The Coors Light, the Chevrolet. Right behind Ken Schrader there, number 40.
All cars still running. The last time all cars were running at the end of a race was at North Wilkesboro in September of 1996. 37 cars were in that field. Jeff Gordon looks to the inside of Steve Park, who has got himself between 2nd place Jeff Burton and 3rd place Gordon.
That changes. Gordon passes him going into turn 3, or tries to.
And once again, Jeff Burton closes in right on the back bumper of Rusty Wallace.
Now maybe on the outside. Nope.
I don't think so.
No.
I think that was a little trick there.
Here's a Lowe's field summary. A points battle going on in the Manufacturers Championship. Ford on top right now by 10. Wallace, of course, leading the Ford contingent. Jeff Burton. In fact, we got 3 Fords in the top 10. And there are 4 Chevys in the top 10 and 5 in the top 11.
3 Pontiacs in the top 10.
So pretty equally divided.
See Rich Bickle in 9th position. Great run for Rich.
Trying to match that great run he had here last September.
Very emotional run for Rich Bickle, in which he finished in 4th, started 4th and finished 4th.
And you mentioned earlier that Bill Engel is the crew chief on that car now, and of course Bill Engel was crew chief on Ricky Rudd's car when Ricky won that race here last year, so pretty good combination there.
Right now I'm seeing faster speeds on our computer than I've seen all day, over 93 miles per hour. We have got
Bickle in a crash, and and Kenny Irwin is up on the backstretch wall. We've got Tony Stewart, Michael Waltrip, Jimmy Spencer, all involved in this incident on the backstretch.
Rich Bickle's involved. We were just talking about how great things were going for him. He might not be hurt too bad. I think he's going to be able to stay in the lead lap, but Kenny Irwin won't be able to because he can't go anywhere.
Tony Stewart is also going to stay in the lead lap. He was able to get his car headed in the right direction before the field came around. But here is what happened.
There, see, Spencer goes up and tags the 28 car of Kenny Irwin. He gets tagged from behind by Jeffrey Bodine, and Rich Bickle really had no place to go.
He might have got touched by Mike Skinner as he slowed down.
Now from the Haviland onboard camera with Kenny Irwin.
This will be a wild ride.
Boom, right there. And up on the wall.
Man, how did I get up here? Tony Stewart, the Home Depot onboard camera. That's the one car we didn't see spin just a moment ago as he follows John Andretti off the corner. Little contact with Andretti, and the nose is banged up on this thing. You see Michael Walker, another car spun we didn't see in our first angle. There, see Spencer right here.
Got up on the curb, and when he came back on the track, he got a little loose.
And we did see the 31 hit the 45 car.
Let that car get up on the wall there.
That's a relatively low wall.
So it's going to be a while before they can get that car off the backstretch wall. Meanwhile, we'll take a break and be back with more in just a moment from Martinsville. ESPN's coverage of NASCAR Winston Cup racing in 1999 continues here at Martinsville Speedway in Virginia with the Goody's Body Pain 500. Under caution once again, 272 laps are completed. Tony Stewart was involved in the most recent incident. And what do you do when you have hood damage?
Take it away.
Take it off. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Aerodynamics are not so important on this racetrack.
By the way, the 28 car, which was up on the wall, well, it's down off the wall and still in the race. Now the 18 car came in and they raised the hood on the car. Doc, what's going on?
Well, Bob, the problem was they got some debris underneath the car, some rubber, and it took these belts off. This is the alternator belt here, and what happened was it ripped it, frayed it came off. It also took the power steering belt off, and it got some debris beneath the oil pump belt. They came in, raised the hood, they put a new oil pump belt on, and they put, but they did not have a power steering belt beneath the hood of the car. They're going to come back in and try to get Bobby Labonte back on pit road. You obviously here with these tight turns would need power steering. We are just over the 270 lap mark, so almost 227 laps to go. A long afternoon. He comes back in. The Interstate Battery School will go back over, clean the windshield, and now they will change tires. It could have been worse if they had gotten the oil pump belt completely off. They could have locked the engine up with no oil pressure. He is down at the right side tires and away.
So an effort for both of the Joe Gibbs cars to stay in contention here this afternoon and stay in contention for the championship. We'll be back with more live coverage in just a moment of the Goody's Body Pain 500. NASCAR Winston Cup racing today from Martinsville Speedway in Virginia. You can keep up to date on everything that's happening in all divisions of NASCAR if you log on to www.nascar.com, NASCAR's official website. You get real-time information on what's happening during the race, and when there's no racing going on, you can get the latest news and statistics. NASCAR Online. Here we go, back to green.
Okay, Kyle, get ready.
Rusty Wallace's worst nightmare on the inside is Dale Earnhardt trying